Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Ruff and I am head of Ruff Team Realty, and we are here to change the way that you structure your financial future so that you can become financially independent, and I'm going to show you some of the things to avoid to make you a lot more money. So it's October 2021 and everybody is passing a huge era of stress, right? The pandemic is going on. They called an election. Finally, it's over. We know who won. They're a minority government and they're making all these promises, but one thing that endures before the election and after is all of this stuff. Should I be buying right now? Should I be renting? What on earth should I be doing? So this article came out. You could see it as buying versus renting, and homeowners are out in front. They are the winners by more than 90% of the scenarios analyzed. Remember, you want to be working with your dream team. You have to have a really good lawyer. You have to have a good mortgage agent, a really good realtor. And if you can have that team working with you, they can teach you how all of this works. Now, obviously, we have to look at your own situation, but 90% of the time, it's going to be that you're going to want to buy a property. So if you look here, it remains a top priority for Canadians. It's seen as a milestone. A recent study found that those who were able to secure a sufficient down payment, it is more financially beneficial to buy a home in Canada than rent over the long term, 91% of the time. That is a crazy percentage, 91% of the time. That they value it for many reasons. It's not just a great source of pride, but it's for a financial reason why it is so valued. And so they looked out 278 different types of scenarios, depending on different types of people, cities, housing types across the board. And it comes out that you will make a lot more money in real estate if you buy a property rather than rent. Let me show you a really cool slide. This slide is super important. Okay, so this is Toronto where we are from 2002 to 2021. Now, if you're anywhere across Canada or the United States, Australia, most of the properties have ballooned since COVID has started, anywhere from 20% up to 50% since COVID has started. Now, this is mainly because they dropped interest rates to the lowest rates in 5,000 years of recorded history. Mind-blowing. The governments have also printed 35, 40% more dollars, which is crazy. 40% of all dollars ever created in history were printed since COVID has started. So it doesn't mean your dollars are worth more now. They're actually worth less. They're devaluing. So your purchasing power is going down as the asset prices are ballooning. And they have committed to continue printing like this, so watch out. But one thing that you can look at in Toronto, 2002 to 21, almost 20 years, look at this line, you guys, where we live. So we were just talking to a client today who was saying, I'm going to sell my properties and wait for a 30% correction. Woo, that's tough, man. Gut check time, right? That's a gamble. That's rolling your dice at the market. So in the past 20 years, have you ever seen a 30% correction? Have you? Look at this. This is 2007 to 2010, right here. Do you see that? This little imperceptible bump that you wouldn't have even noticed, you wouldn't have even looked at, you would have looked past it. That's what happened. So imagine how bad the 2007, 8, 9, 10, that recession was. It hurt a lot of people, and it barely affected the prices of houses here. So imagine how bad it would have to be to have a 30% drop. Of course, the government was saying housing prices are too high. So in 2017, they had to ban foreign ownership. They put an extra tax on it. They banned it in certain circumstances. So there was this massive push-up, but you see here it only lasted a couple months. And then it came back to the trend line. And when I said the governments have been printing so much money, record rates, of course, there's another bump here, but that's government induced because of how much money they injected. But you can see this trend line, there is not a 30% drop. So if you could see here, the prices were around 350,000. Now they're $1 million. And so if you would have held any property in Toronto, anyone, condo, house, detached, townhouse, doesn't matter. All home prices, all mixed into one batch, you would have made 280% on your money. 280% is the minimum. Now, if you followed the rough rules, you would have made 400 or 500% on your money. And that's only if you paid cash. Because if you paid it with a mortgage like everyone else, your return would have been infinitely more. So it would have been about 10, 20 times more than that, because you would have only been paying 5, 10% down on your property. So you can make a lot more money in real estate if you use a mortgage to your advantage, and that's what we suggest that you do. But in this line, look at the trend lines. Remember, if we're trying to figure out what's going to happen next week, next month, you know, that can get very, very muddled. Now, that's a very unclear answer, what's going to happen in the short term. That's like saying, will the pandemic get better or worse within a week or not? We don't know. But what we do know is when we look at long-term trends, now this is a 20-year trend, we have charts that go back to 1880. Those trend lines are there as the population grows, as the amount of dollars in the system grows. That's what happens to the prices. So if you're going to be buying real estate, remember, the people who make the most money in real estate are all about the time in real estate, not about the date that they buy real estate. If we look at this, this would have been a better purchase than this. This would have been a better purchase than this. The best time to buy real estate was yesterday, and the next best time is today. So you want to get into it and hold it for a very, very long time. That's what you want to do. And with the printing of dollars, you're going to make a lot more money. When the government is printing all this money and printing their debt away, they're going to be printing your debt away too. Remember this chart. Zoom out to 30,000 feet and look at the overall trend lines of the area that you're looking at. If this video gave you any benefit at all, please share it with one person that this could help, because we want to help as many people as possible. We're here for your health, wealth, and happiness. Follow us in the next video, and remember to subscribe and share. Have a great day.